Hey guys, Kurt2418 here. How's it going? I'm not doing an update today. Just playing 4 tables of No Limit 50. I'm going to record about an hour or so long session, and I'm just going to be posting it up on YouTube in 10-minute sections. So we're going to be doing that, and that's about it. So I'm just going to be talking about each hand basically. If you have any questions or you see something that maybe I did wrong, which I'm sure will happen at some point during this video, or you see something that you're confused about or you don't understand or you think I should have done something differently, whatever, feel free to leave a comment or just ask me a question, whatever. So just keep going there. Pretty standard 3-bet. We just sat down. We had ace-9. The guy opened from the button, so we 3-bet, and he came back over the top, so we just fold there. But pretty standard there. You're 3-betting light with like any ace and any king a lot of the time, unless you have like some aggro monkey who just 4-bets all the time. In which case you have to widen your like 5-bet, get it in range and whatnot. So anyways, ace king suited, obviously we go to 2 bucks and hope he shoves. Pretty standard there. I'm going to be playing pretty tight out of position, so from mid position and early position I play relatively tight. Most of your value is playing obviously from in position. I'll start to loosen up as I get reads on the players and how they're playing post flop, if they're playing far too tight and whatnot. So just get a continuation bet here. We have notes on some situations. Okay. So he might play some hands a little bit tricky. It's good to have that note, so we can keep an eye on that. Just folding the 3-5. That's 4. Okay. I open a huge range from the cutoff. However, when it comes to aces, I'm pretty much only opening ace 10 off and up and any ace x suited. So, and then I just open the rest of the huge range, unless like the button is a player who 3-bets a lot, in which case I probably just leave the table, because that cuts into my value quite a bit when I consistently get 3-bet. And we'll just go over this hand quickly. Just gonna check. And he bets, and I think he's full of shit a lot, and I just put it in. Yep. Oh wow, he flopped the nuts. Well, we got lucky. That's good. So we got lucky there, and when he donks out there, I just think he's full of it, so I just call. And obviously we got lucky on the turn. But quickly, as you saw, I folded ace-10 from mid position over here, and then here I opened ace-10 from under the gun. The reason for that is Roderick is either going to have a hand that he wants to shove in, or he's just going to fold. This player posted at a position, so there's dead money out there, and I want it. And I have some reads on this guy, so I don't mind playing against him. And then you have some pretty weak players in the blinds, like this guy's. It's only over 15 hands though, but nevertheless. And ace-10 suited is a little bit loose, but I don't hate raising it from under the gun. Ace-10 off, I'm just going to be folding. And we get repop again. Right, now we're just going to fold again. One thing, when you're in the small blind versus big blind, when you're first starting out at a table, you want to be playing quite a few hands. Okay, and just sort of getting a feel for how the big blind is playing against you. Okay. So the club comes out and then he thinks for a little bit and checks, which kind of makes me think he either considered betting there, possibly as a bluff, as a bluff, possibly has a 7, possibly has the flush. So I'm just going to check behind here and then bet the river or call the river depending on what he does. And against a short stacker, I'm just going to shove it in, even though he is min raising me. That's kind of sus. And yeah. Min 3 bets on short stack. Nuts. And I guess you could contemplate folding there. And here, this guy bets $9. I guess he could have a busted flush draw or weak of 10 quite a bit. Yeah, okay, so he did hit the flush. And if you want to take a look at that, you can get quite a bit of information off that hand. For one, he's just increasing his status as a fish, I guess, if you will, by making that play. Obviously, for a couple reasons. The one being he gave away some information when he thought a bit on that turn card and then checked. And he called an under the gun open with ace-3 suited. Obviously, pretty poor play. And we're just going to bet here for value. And he min re-raises. This is actually an interesting spot because this guy's a short stack. I think he's going to be getting in like 10x. Yes, he might have pocket deuces or pocket 9s. Probably not pocket 10s. Yes, he can have like 10-9 and be ahead. But I think like hands like Jack Queen, 10 Jack, 10 Queen, Ace 10, obviously stuff like that, and they're all in his range. And I actually think I'm probably ahead of both of their ranges quite often in this particular situation. And I was right. So this guy has 10 Jack and this guy has a straight draw. So we just got to fade. Yep. And we were right. So they both open limp called, Jack 10 off. Open limp called, Jack 10 open. So obviously we held up pretty well there, but this guy had one of his outs and this guy had the draw that we expected him to have, so that worked out quite well for us and got us out of a deficit just like that, so pretty well. Those are situations where you want to look for. You don't want to immediately assume that they have the nuts. Like if they were both full stacks, then yes, I'd get out of the way. But given their play, I don't think they're overly strong. Like they're pretty weak players. They're going to do exactly what they did, stack off with weak top pair, stack off with the bottom end of a straight draw. So, yeah, I mean, like you can't put people on like single hands. So given the range that the players can have here, I think it's definitely profitable in that particular situation to just go ahead and get it in. And this is the plot where we're just going to continue on. And he checks back to me again, so I'm just going to bet here for value. And he calls from under the gun and then flats again. So given the jack, I'm going to bet because if he has a pocket pair, he's probably going to fold. And now I'm just check folding basically. Because he well, actually maybe if I shove, he gets it in weak. With like a 7, then he might be betting here, but I think I just have to fold. Even when he bets $2 into 15, I'm almost never ahead.